What's up, folks? Welcome back to the vault. I'll tell you first off that the title to this video was very clickbaity. I have sold several of my digital collectibles. I think I'm down to 5 sets now, but I've been using those gems to buy the digital comic books. And if you've already updated your app today, you know that the comic books now count as collectibles, which brought my total really high because I have a lot of the commons, but I've also been stacking up some of the rares that are really underpriced as well. We'll get into that a little bit more here in a minute, along with drop strategies for tomorrow's 2 big drops, including Captain America First Appearance and a really cool Spider-Man comic book that I'm excited about. But before we do that, let's tackle the elephant in the room, a recent controversy I was involved in. So it all started about 6 months ago when I first got into VeVe. One of the first places I joined was the Facebook VeVe groups, and one of the main ones I joined where I met a lot of the people in the community. Fast forward to the Clockgate day, the day I released that video, I also posted it in that Facebook group where I posted all of my YouTube videos, and they deleted it. So I messaged the moderators or administrators of that group and asked why they deleted it, since the other Facebook groups didn't delete it, and they said that they didn't want people to know about that trick, which of course I wasn't super happy about. And on a couple of other posts later on that day, I posted my video because people were asking how come I didn't get the ultra rare today. So because of that, 3 of the administrators of that group decided to boot me from it, and I messaged each one of them and asked them not to boot me out of the Facebook group, and they're of course all very rude to me about it. And I told one of them in particular, who was one of my buddies in the beginning and for a long time, that if they decided to boot me out of the Facebook group, then I'm gonna let everybody know that he was a person who used emulators, because it was something that I knew already. And he decided to go ahead and boot me and block me from all of the social media sites. So anytime those guys' names came up, I let everybody know that they were cheaters, because in fact I knew that they indeed used emulators. So because they blocked me on all the social media sites, I hardly ever heard or saw any of those guys. But if somebody was to mention that VeVe was promoting them, I would say something like, those guys are cheaters, why is VeVe promoting them? And then recently, a few days ago, I was invited to a server for a new NFT project. And when I joined that server, I noticed that one of those guys who was a former administrator to that Facebook group was also in this project as well, part of the team. And because of that, I said, well, then I don't trust this project, I'm out. And later that day, he appeared in the Discord general chat to advertise one of his projects. And he also said that he felt like I was harassing him because I called him a cheater every time that I saw him. But during that little speech that he wrote in the general Discord, he also said that yes, he used emulators back in March, and that he thought that 50% of the community was using emulators back then. In my opinion, that's because everybody in his Clubhouse group was using emulators, but nobody in his Facebook group was. So to him, it felt like 50% of the community was using them. So when he said that in the general chat, my response to him was, I told you not to mess with me, pal, because I told him earlier, 3 or 4 months ago when I released the Clockgate, that if he was to ban me from the Facebook group, that I was going to let everybody know that he cheated. And because I made that remark, they decided that that was a threat and blocked me from the Discord and the official Twitter, which kind of sucks because now I can't see all the drops, but luckily I have a lot of friends in the community who relay me that message whenever it gets posted. So there were a lot of friends in the Discord who were asking the moderators why they made that decision, and they made a lot of accusations about me asking them to tweet out my videos or something. And I went through every single DM, and I've even posted some on my Twitter account. I won't post them all right now, but I may have asked them once or twice, and that was only because it was appropriate at the time. So I did at first consider selling all my VeVe NFTs and going to OpenSea. I have been noticing a lot of my friends in the community, like Crypto Khaki and the Gel and Nifty Flipper, making a lot of great profits on OpenSea. And I took a good look and I started studying some of the projects, and honestly I felt like my money is best placed in VeVe and licensed, well-made digital collectibles by professional artists. So as much as I may disagree with the way that they decided to treat me, I'm still a collector on this platform, and especially the comic books, those are my favorite, and I'm stacking up, as you can see, quite a few. With that being said, I did sell one of my sets for Ethereum so that I could get a little bit deeper into OpenSea, and right now I'm investigating some of the projects that some of the other guys are getting into, and I will let you guys know what I decide to put I think I have 330 bucks of Ethereum in, which is a good starting point if I just pick out one good project that's just beginning and put my money into that, and we'll see if we can actually get some returns. Now, there are other platforms that I invest in. Of course, as a lot of people know, Terra Virtua is one of my favorite, and just recently we were given the ability to put our NFTs on OpenSea, and I put some of my graphic novels, the Bloodlines graphic novels that I like a lot, not all of them, but two of them I put up there, and also my Godzilla and a couple other things to see how they go. But so far I haven't even gotten any views on them, and I think that's because the account that is connected to on OpenSea, as you can see, doesn't have a blue check mark, which Terra Virtua says they've applied for, and I think will help sales on that platform as well. As for VeVe, we have Captain America starting off tomorrow with the same format as the Spider-Man first appearance drop. And personally, I'm not going to get too crazy this time. I'm not going to go for the secret rare. I'm either going to go for the rare, the ultra rare, or I might even try to go for an uncommon or a common and try to get a really low serial number. I know that my internet speed is kind of slower than most people's. My ping is above 30, so I'm not going to try to get the secret rare and not get it. I'm going to try to get something that I think I actually can get. And then later on tomorrow, we're going to have another blind box drop, the Spider-Man comic book. This is a very popular comic book that a lot of the comic book collectors know about, and it's one that you're probably going to want to stack up on. It's one that I'm definitely going to get at least 10 commons of, like I've done for every comic book so far, but on this one I might even get a few extra. For the Captain America drop, make sure you're checking Granola's drop day tips and tricks on Reddit to make sure your internet speed is up to as fast as possible. And I do also have a couple gateways for you guys to try. Now, I have to let you know that I have talked to Hello K, another YouTuber, a VeVe YouTuber, about gateways. Again, he's a software engineer. I personally have a degree in computer science, but I've never reached the heights of software engineers, so I do value his technical opinion. And every once in a while, I'll send him a private message with a technical question I have, and he's always super helpful. And in the case of gateways, he says that he doesn't think that using a different gateway is going to help you on drop day get there faster or get a lower mint, but some people still think it does. So I do want to let you know about a couple gateways. One I've mentioned before that I said was kind of secret, and you may not have saw the follow-up video where I released that one, is simply when you click on the NFT you want, instead of pushing the button for the wish list and accessing it from there, you can push the button next to that and share that to your feed and access the drop that you want from the feed, and that's a different gateway. Now, another gateway people haven't talked much about is going through the search option up at the top of the store menu and then searching in for the item you want and clicking it from there, and that's a gateway that even less people are using. So if it does make a difference, even if it's milliseconds, then maybe you want to use one of those less used gateways on drop day to get the Captain America. When it comes to the Spider-Man comic book, the method is, of course, to get as many as possible, especially with this drop, and I'm going to be Xing out as soon as I see those gems leave my account. I have been doing a little testing where I X out even before the gems leave my account if I'm quick enough to get there, and it has worked before, and there was a time where I got an error message and didn't get the NFT that time. So it's a little risky, and I don't think I'm going to try to go too fast on this drop. Alright guys, everybody might not love the vault, but the vault loves VeVe and the collectibles that they offer on the app, so I'm still here getting them drops and helping you guys get them as well. I hope you're still following me and subscribe to the channel, and I might go live for drop day tomorrow. Set your notification on or follow me on Twitter and keep your ears open, and if not, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.